Hello Reds, we're doing a second Talking Reds Lives today because it is match day, not just match day, but it is the start of Liverpool's Champions League journey. And it's started. Craig Hannan's loving it so much, he's watching himself on Talking Reds. That's how excited.
The comments, not watching myself.
Just seeing how we look, seeing how his hair looks.
Good, John. Is the
You're looking fantastic as well. People checking us out, you look fantastic too. And I know you're all really excited. I've been on our social media today. And it just feels like everyone's buzzing for it, Craig. It just feels like, you know, I wrote a preview piece for the website yesterday, and I said one of the negatives of getting a tough draw was obviously it's harder to go through, but the positives is there's so many boss games to look forward to, and we're starting with a right bang.
Absolutely. This is the kind of fixture that when we were without Champions League football and we weren't able to go to the ground last season, these were the types of games that we'd have done anything to be able to go to. And the sun is shining in Liverpool today. It feels proper European day. The only thing missing really is the big crowds of Milan fans that you usually see, that obviously this time around won't be able to come. I know that there'll be a few apparently around the stadium, but in terms of people to travel from Italy, they haven't been able to. And usually you see them walking around, going to the Beatles statue. But we've seen Conte today, haven't we?
Conte's in the cavern, which is unreal. He's done like proper European away. I've gone to Liverpool. I'm going to go to the cavern. I'm going to see it. I like the idea that he's gone like, we'll just get to his mates, like, we'll just get a few pictures for our bed and then we'll just get on the air. Do you know what I mean? It's like, let's all go to a nice building, get a picture. So what's at me bed with, and then we'll just get smashed.
Yeah, there's a little sort of glimpse into Gibbons' mind around every single European game ever. But yeah, there is a buzz, and it's with 13 European Cups between both the sides. Barcelona Bayern whet the appetite last night, watching it a little bit as well. And
shame about Man United, wasn't it? Shame.
real shame. The video Gary Neville put up where he's like doing this like weird laughter when Ronaldo had scored, and then Carragher was retweeting it at the end. Brilliant. But I just want to get in there. It's one of those where, you know, you want to hear the music again. You want to see the kids with the I don't even know, what is that, like a waving Champions League ball in the middle of it. What's their name for that, John?
It's a flag. You call it a flag, isn't it? I think it's called an anthem flag. I think they call it. I think that's what they call it. Don't look at me like I'm wrong.
No, it's just not as good a name as the waving Champions League ball thing that I said. But
we'll text you later and see if you can get it changed.
But yeah, just all of the sort of things that are synonymous with the Champions League, like walking up, and I think it's actually going to feel with the way the weather is and the time of the year that this game's fallen on, where you get to the ground and it's just not quite dark yet. You know, that bit where it's just before it feels like, you know, like the old Chelsea 05 and stuff, where it's still light. But no, get me into that ground, John.
Get me in that ground. Just a couple of points here. But where is it? Steve Walsh asking hot mic. No, we're not hot micing tonight. We're all in the ground. We'll do it for the aways in the Champions League, I promise you. And we're also going to do Norwich away next week. And I think Brentford at the weekend as well, because Brentford give about 800 away tickets, I think. So I'm going to try. It's only a little ground. It's less than 20,000, so you don't get a big allocation. So the chances not to be us being at Brentford are slim. So we're going to do Norwich and Brentford next week, but not tonight, because everyone just wants to be there. And I'm sure you can understand that. And I don't think the Anfield Wi-Fi will in. Okay, with me on my little headset.
Imagine, what would the people around you think if you're sat commenting? Imagine having to listen to you for 90 minutes.
Shut up, you boring bitch.
Exactly. I'm going to be doing it. We're sitting together tonight, aren't we?
We are sitting together. That'd be nice.
Yeah. No commentating though. I don't want hot mic.
I'll help you out with any of the tactics though, mate.
Yeah.
I had a pint with Conte before and he taught me all through it. So I'll be able to help you out with how AC Milan have set up.
I'll be riveting.
Trevor wants to know, where do you get that t-shirt from, John? Thanks. It's debuted today, actually. This is from 80s Casuals, which is a Boss label in Liverpool, so check out their stuff. They've got loads of Boss stuff, but they sent me this and I forgot about it, and then I thought I'll wear it tonight because it feels quite European.
No one ever says anything nice about my t-shirts. It's like different shades of grey, basically. 50 Shades of Craig, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Other one stuff. Phil Bisbee wants to know, Craig, how did picking your match outfit go this morning? Your head was absolutely gone yesterday just thinking about it.
Mate, you should see all the clothes I've got upstairs. Right? I went to the under-19s game against Milan today at Kirby, which was good. Liverpool won 1-0. Kate Gordon looks the business. Connor Bradley as well.
Your boy.
Yeah, it's the only reason I went. he got taken off, and like Edie and Josh was looking at me like, are you going to go now? I almost did.
Did you boo the manager for hooking him?
he was cramping, he was injured. It's nothing to do with him, but yeah, I this morning I had no idea what to do. I've got a hoodie upstairs. I've got no, I don't know what I'm thinking. I've got like an overcoat as well, just in case it got cold at night. Yeah,
I've got a light jacket here.
I think I've got a half zip as well, like a nice half zip. That might be what I need.
Yeah. It's not. I wouldn't say it's warm where we are, do you know what I mean? It's not like the back of the cop where it's roasting or something. You'll need a jacket for later.
What about my gilet? I've got my gilet as well.
I've
got so many items of clothing. Honestly, you'll see them upstairs. Didn't know what to do, so just brought it all.
I should be able to try them all on later, because he does that. With any clothes.
Women's clothes, he does that one, did it?
Hey, well, Ash's filming, can't stick up for himself, but, you know, has been known to put women's jackets on when he's alone here late at night. But yeah, it's a big game. AC Milan have won the first three. I spoke to an AC Milan fan who is at the game tonight. It's because he's based in Yorkshire, so he's able to sort of get over. And I think they'll be the type of fan who will be there from a Milan point of view. People who sort of live over here and are able to sort of obviously travel quite easily and get over. But you know, I was talking to him, and he was sort of interested. Talking about Milan, he's pleased with sort of how they're doing, but he knows that, you know, what a tough task it is against Liverpool, and you know, it's nice to hear that, because you remember the level that Liverpool at, really, because Milan have won the first three games, they're looking good, but he's like, yeah, but Liverpool will probably get beaten. I'm like, yeah, we are, boss, aren't we?
Yeah, it's something I'd seen one of the Milan fans mention was they were watching the game at the weekend against Leeds, and it worried them. And one of the lovely things as well was that they were saying that Liverpool is seen at Milan as a club that they wish to emulate, not just in terms of on the pitch, where Milan's style now is sort of high pressing, counter-attacking. You know, it's also the sort of business side and then what's going on in the background, and that just sort of shows the level at which Liverpool are, and where they started when Jurgen Klopp come in, and the fact that someone like AC Milan's looking at Liverpool as a model and saying, right, they started there, they're now here, and we want to emulate that. It's brilliant. No Ibrahimovic as well, which is a bit of a blow. Just I like someone to really boo, do you know what I mean? Like, boo! And I don't feel like I've got like Giroud's too lovely looking to boo, really. And I don't really sort of, like, there's no one else in that team that I dislike. They got some good players though, and I heard Mo talking loads about them as well. He knows a lot more about them than I do. Beat Lazio at the weekend. They've got a big game against Juventus this week as well, so I don't know whether they'll sort of ring the changes for this game. What do you think Liverpool are going to do tonight, by the way?
Yeah, it's an interesting one, because well, there's a midfield question and a centre-half question. I wrote the preview for Josh, as I said before, and I put in there sort of same team. Well, basically the team who was on 65 against Leeds, so Hendo in for Elliott, and I think that is the midfield he went for. But then I was listening to the free show earlier where Neil was talking about the idea that, you know, he thinks he might go 2 or 3 in terms of Fabinho, Thiago and Henderson all season, and then pick a bit of a sort of a wild card option, just to sort of keep the, you know, those 3 fresh as much as anything, but also to have that sort of attacking option. And yeah, I could understand his viewpoint, so it suggests an opening for either Keita or Chamberlain. But I think all 3 of Henderson, Fabinho and Thiago, they haven't played loads, have they? Do you know what I mean? In fact, Thiago's sort of, you know, been sort of hardly played at all, really, sort of last few weeks. So I think for all 3 of them, I think you're fine to sort of throw them in for a game like this. AC Milan, a big one. I think they'll be really good. And then maybe, you know, look to sort of drop one of them out for Palace. But we shall see. But I think you'll go Thiago, Henderson and Fabinho tonight. I think that'd be the best option. But then, yeah, I listened when I was listening to the free show, and the lads were making the points about the centre half. Like, I never thought about it, but maybe it is a bit much to be asking Joel Matip to go 2 games a week. He's been ever present so far for Liverpool, and that's been brilliant, but that's just been playing, you know, every weekend, hasn't it? That's what the games have been so far. Now this first midweek, and do they want to be careful with them? And is that the whole point of having these sort of other centre halves? And it feels like it is. So it was a good point, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Gomez come in for this one now. I think it'd be a bit of a shock to see Konate just thrown in out of nowhere. I think they'll have their eye on Norwich for his debut. It's a nice little intro, isn't it? And then sort of see how he goes there. But it wouldn't surprise me at all to see Gomez come in for this one, and then Matip back at the weekend.
I think you're spot on about the midfield of mostly throughout the season seeing 2 of those 3. I wonder whether he might go Fabinho, Henderson, and then rather than Thiago, keep Thiago for the weekend, maybe look at someone like Keita or even Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think the game's going to be a bit chaotic. I think there's going to be space for Liverpool to exploit, and with Palace at the weekend, it's going to be a low block. You know what you're going to get coming up against them. So I wonder if he keeps Thiago to sort of try and unlock that at the weekend, and rather than risking him, because he's not a footballer that's played loads recently. But also on the in similar vein to the 2 of 3 in midfield, I think for the defence, I think he might do the same in terms of a 3 or 4 sort of thing. Like, I wonder whether we see maybe Gomez, like you say, and Robertson plays, but then at the weekend it's Matip back in and it's Tsimikas in. Do you know what I mean? So he's not disturbing that back 4, and then obviously Norwich, he rings the changes and gives everyone a go. We shall see. There aren't many options up top.
No, I think the 3 lads have to go again. But luckily, they all seem sort of up for it at the moment, and so that's the sort of a good thing. Askey there saying really thinks Keita starts and deserves to. I mean, yeah, fair play. He had a really good start to the season, and maybe counts himself a bit unlucky not to start either of the last 2 games, and so got a little bit of a go against Leeds, but the game was sort of dead by then. So we'll see there. Mark Swain, a shout for Milner. Good start with Henderson and Fabinho, which is a decent shout. Billy says, does John wear Crocs? Do I look like I've got Crocs on?
Someone the other day asked, does Neil wear Crocs?
Oh, right, okay. So
I haven't seen anyone in the Anfield wrap with Crocs on.
No.
I don't think they'd get away with it.
No,
is my only thing.
You couldn't rock up here.
Not in the office
on a Wednesday morning with your Crocs on and think that was fine.
It's 2021, and I'm happy for people to wear what they want, but maybe Crocs is it's a step too far, really, I think.
Yeah, I had some sort of Fred Perry tennis shoes once, and Harrison talked about them for about 15 minutes.
What are those?
Basically, and I thought they were perfectly nice, do you know what I mean? And so Crocs is another...
It's a harsh world out there, and particularly in the top office around your shoes.
Yeah, Paolo's been on, saying AC Milan and loads of colours. It's right, Paolo. Hope you enjoy yourself tonight if you're coming. It's all sound, isn't it? We're on 1 European Cup each from playing each other. 13 in total. We're all mates here. Nice to have you. Matty wants to know, you watching Married at First Sight, Craig?
I've been waiting for someone to ask this question. Absolutely. It's brilliant.
I've not seen it.
It's really, really good. I know that all of the people that have come here for European Cup excitement, AC Milan, Liverpool, including Paolo there, Paolo will have no idea what we're talking about, but Married at First Sight UK, absolutely phenomenal TV. Probably best going back to the football now, though. It'll
take me ages, absolutely ages, to catch up. Loads of Crocs chat in here, a surprising amount of Crocs.
Hey, I don't wear Crocs. I've never had Crocs in life. Sliders, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Omar wants to know, how do you see us balancing the front 3 between today at the weekend? I think he'll just ask them to go again with his eye on Norwich. So I think in terms of the front 3, he'll just say to them, we'll play tonight, he knows the joy, we'll go again on Saturday, and then none of you are even on the bus to Norwich. I think that's what he'll do. What do you think?
Yeah, I think there might be a mad Oxlade-Chamberlain thrown him in at some stage soon. Whether that is over the next 2 games, I'm not sure. Definitely rings the changes against Norwich, because he loves to do that in the cup, and we don't have many more options. I'd love to see Keith Gordon, by the way, in the cup against Norwich. I can't be asked of another sort of Origi, Minamino 2 up top madness. I want something to get really excited about, something that's fresh and new that we haven't seen. I think tonight he asks them to go again, and then there might be some sort of madness at the weekend. It's just hard to tell, isn't it? And this is sort of one of the worries that we've all had, and particularly so soon with the injury to Firmino, and obviously now Harvey Elliott. It felt like he was maybe the 5th option for the front 3. How long is Firmino out? Do we know?
They haven't said, which is a bit annoying.
If it's a case of he'd be back after Norwich, I think he asked the 3 of them to go tonight and then go again at the weekend, and then rings the changes for Norwich, and then whatever the next game is, hopefully you see Firmino as one of the 4 to choose from.
Yeah, we shall see. Just a few more comments here. Adam's just saying Curtis Jones will play left wing against Norwich. Yeah, he might do. He played fairly high up for the 23s with a lot of success, so you might see that. Charlie said, I had tickets for the game, but I got COVID. Mate, I feel for you. It's happened to a few of us at the Anfield VAP. Not me yet, thankfully, but I've had to miss games because of positive tests. So I think it's going to be a general thing over the next few weeks. So this is your turn. So, but I do feel for you, Charlie. Hope you enjoy it on the telly, and hopefully you're back in the ground.
Nearly missed my wedding by getting COVID, didn't I? So, you know, I didn't. I was there. It was fine.
Mark Swain, he thinks that Bobby is 2 to 3 weeks away. So there you are. And a few other people. And Bay says hello from Senegal. Hi, to Senegal. So just sort of wrap up then, Craig. You know, it feels like a big 3 points if they can't get it tonight. You know, it's going to be a tight group, and so if you can win your home games, then it obviously helps. And if you can beat, you know, a good team like AC Milan, sort of straight from the off, it does really help. I think, you know, you want to be going all out for a victory tonight. I think that's how Klopp would approach it. Absolutely,
a big win tonight is more momentum, a momentum after the weekend, after a pretty good start. You know, albeit we felt a bit disappointed after Chelsea, but then a big win at Leeds, big win against AC Milan, loads of winnable games coming up, and the Porto game right at the end of the month. And like you say, you want a brilliant start in this group particularly. I think we're the best team in this group, and I think we're the team that they'll all fear. And we can lay a real marker down tonight, I think, with a big win. And I'll just buoy everyone, I think. I think everyone needs to be more excited and get more excited about this Liverpool side and what we have at our disposal in terms of worrying about what we should have and about injuries and about what might happen, because you know, this season could pass you by and you haven't enjoyed it enough. So.
Yeah, I think to be fair, everyone got into it Sunday, didn't they? And we played really well. I think the Harvey Elliott thing was obviously deflating and things like that, but I think, you know, everyone remembers how well we played, and so another good performance tonight will bring those feelings back from Sunday when we were really pairing, because I thought we were excellent against Leeds United. So if they can show more of that tonight, I think, you know, we'll get everyone going, and we'll sort of remind us all that it's such an exciting season and everything's possible. Any trophy's possible this season, and that's a brilliant feeling.
Oh, it really is. It really is. I've said it before. I wouldn't swap this squad for anyone else's. And I was laughing at the odds the other day when you see United are the same odds as us to win this competition, based on, you know, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer record, and the competition is awful, including last night. And we know that this side are a side that have, you know, most of that squad has won the European Cup before. Most of that squad has played in at least 2 European Cup finals. And we've got that real pedigree, and now we've got the fans back in Anfield to sort of remind the whole of Europe what that's like again, and you know, Milan haven't encountered that ever in their history, and I'm a bit sad actually that their fans don't get to come, and you know, they're ultras, and we get to sort of see and experience that. But yeah, I'm excited. A big 3 points to start the Champions League group and get us off to a flyer would be lovely.
Everything set up for a brilliant night. It's Liverpool back in the Champions League, back under the lights, back with fans in the stadium, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Listen, if you're not going, the best place to share the journey is with us. Already, some of our team are up there in Anfield. They're going to be getting loads of social stuff. Me and Craig are going to have some food, and we're going to be bouncing up there as well.
Food, a pint.
And eat. And they're going to be up there, sort of capturing the sounds, capturing the emotions, capturing the sights, and capturing everything we possibly can. And then obviously straight after the game, we'll be doing post-match reaction on audio and video. So I think it's a great time to subscribe to the Anfield app. So go to theanfieldapp.com/subscribe if you want all our amazing content from after the game, and also all the previous stuff as well. You've got plenty of time to listen to that if you need anything else, apart from this amazing talking about to get you in the mood for this evening game. But it's going to be brilliant. Yeah, make sure you're following us across all our social channels, subscribing to the YouTube channel, or subscribing from the Anfield app to our audio and video service. But in the meantime, a nice one to Craig and to you guys and to Ash for filming. Let's get stuck into these up the Reds.
The Reds.